It's week 3 of the 2024 season, and we'll get a look here at Josh Allen. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Bills and the Jags on Monday night.
The stadium rising just to the west of us. For now, we're back for football in the familiar setting of Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So out come the Bills and the face of the franchise, 28-year-old Josh Allen. Year 7 already with Buffalo. The last 4 years, over 4,000 passing yards in each. The man who makes this team go.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only to get them in the end zone a handful of...
Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
Early in the game, Mike, sometimes you just can't resist. First play, let's chuck it deep. Let's see if we can get this defense on their heels early. Well, we just saw worst case scenario when doing just that. Not only can you not connect, the ball falls into the waiting arms of this defense, and that one shot is all you got on your opening possession.
Jacksonville comes out with a former #1 overall pick. Trevor Lawrence, their quarterback, 6'6", tall and talented. Greg, hard to believe, already this season 4 for Lawrence after his days at Clemson.
It's fair to say this season hasn't gotten off to the type of start they likely envisioned for themselves, but it's still early. A win here, it could go a long way towards changing the trajectory of this entire season. But what's going to make this even more difficult today, not only the worthy opponent that they face, but having to go on the road and do it here in a hostile environment. If he is able to lead his team to a win today, I think that gives them the spark to turn this season around.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence from the gun, and that is incomplete. Tre'Davious White in coverage knocks that one away.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Bills offense ready now for their second drive. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They run with the 3rd-year man. It's James Cook. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Foye Oluokun with the play. On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Josh Allen. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Yeah, he's trying to make the best of a bad situation here, Mike. Nothing open downfield. He thinks he can tuck it and get it with his legs. He ends up out of bounds, short of the first.
So on fourth down, time to kick it away. Jake Camarda to do the honors. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Jags offense ready to take over for their second possession. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a first down. Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. Second down and 8. Play action now. It's Lawrence. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. That is Joey Bosa in on the sack.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points. Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On third down, it's Josh Allen. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Here's Jake Camarda now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Jaguars offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Here's a designed run. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
They went to the designed quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Lawrence. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate A call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Bills' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
Oh, how about the coverage there? Met and dropped before he can get a return going. The Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Matt Milano there to stop him. Lawrence now on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They put Strange in motion. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for Jacksonville. Here's Hardy to return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Bills' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. He's going to keep it himself. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. A carry for Cook. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Now it's Allen. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Well, at some point, if I'm this quarterback, I think I'm going to start testing somebody else in this secondary. I mean, he's already made his impact felt multiple times today, and it doesn't matter who they line up across from him. Right now, he is completely taking them out of the game.
pulls it in around the 5.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start out, first down and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. He finds De'Ami Brown. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And he gets this up close to the 40. Cole Bishop up to make the play. So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Jaguars on top. More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 9. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Etienne is able to move the chains, and when you look at what he can do both in the run game and the passing game, you can see why the Jaguars invested a first-round pick in him just a few years ago. Over 1,000 rushing yards each of the last 2 seasons, but it's really the total scrimmage yards that really makes him stand out.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. In motion comes Thomas. 2nd down, Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. In the pistol, here's Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Bills offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Here's Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, this is Cook. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. This time it's the veteran Eric Armstead on the tackle. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. We'll try and run here with Cook. And he will take this up past the 30-yard line. That's going to be enough for a 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
And he'll get forward for about a yard. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll motion over Samuel. So now they'll throw it with Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
1st and 10. In motion, Shakir. Now Allen on 1st down. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. He's got his man, that's Kincaid. It's a gain of 19 in the air. Good for a Bills 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Slot man in motion right. Allen going to throw again. He's going to tuck it and go. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. But this is taken in by a teammate. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal. A design run here for Allen. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain 1 additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
And he's in. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Bills. His 1st touchdown of the new campaign. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. On the return, it's Parker Washington. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jaguars offense about ready to take over once more. The trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Up the middle, here's Etienne. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Dwayne Carter in on the stop. Here's 3rd and 2. To throw is Lawrence. Quick throw, taken in, and he will have the 1st down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that 1st down. This run straight ahead for Etienne. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Taron Johnson up to make the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. Lawrence now. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. Well, they hook up again, 2nd time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars are back within 1. It's 7-6. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return, here's Jaquan Hardy. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing is Allen. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll motion over Samuel. From the gun, Josh Allen. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On 1st down, it's Allen. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. In motion, Shakir. Throwing again, it's Allen. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That is Josh Hines Allen from his defensive end spot to record the sack.
He might have a new name on the back of his uniform. Remember, Mike, back in July, he went from Allen to wanting to be referred to by Hines Allen. But with all that being said, he is still the same dynamic pass rusher he has always been, and he is a handful for any offensive line, and this time, he gets in there for a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. This time they stay on the ground. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And no chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return. The visitors' offense going to take over just before the half. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. So we have hit halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where you see the final score there. Josh Jacobs, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Michael Wilson, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. The Bills were led in the first half by their all-world quarterback, Josh Allen. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it
First
to win
half
it.
played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he is stopped at the 25, and the drive will begin there. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. The deficit is 1, as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. A first down throw for Lawrence. He'll drop this for Etienne. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Etienne now on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Lawrence from the gun here on. No chance at all. He'll go down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
And this is gonna be a beauty. Touchdown at the 2-yard line. The home team's offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Cook, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Here's Allen to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. On third down, they go with Cook. The Bills bringing on the punt team, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. To the right side here. Pass is caught. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
DeMar Hamlin with the good coverage, got a hand in there and knocked that one away. Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Cook. He'll push ahead to the 21. That's the former #1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker, there to make the stop. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Moore going in motion. He'll go left side here and complete this one. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Here's a handoff to Cook. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Cook. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Foye Oluokun with the play. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They'll motion over Samuel. On 3rd down, it's Allen. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
A run out of the gun with Cook. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. 2nd and a yard. They'll motion over Samuel. From the gun, it's Allen. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. They'll motion over Samuel. On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. And that is incomplete.
He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows.
Pass's kick is good. And the Bills extend their lead to 10-6. So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. Washington now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed right. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and long. To throw is Lawrence. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Jaguars ready to punt this one away. This is taken at the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
James Cook with a nice gain there to move the chains. And here we are in year 3, Mike, and all James Cook does is get better. Had a good, solid rookie season a couple years ago. 1,500 yards, kind of a breakout year last year, making the Pro Bowl. He continues this steady improvement. He's going to be one of the top backs in the entire league.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Allen will throw. He'll find his running back, Cook. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll try to run for it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. Throwing now. Allen here on 1st. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. So now it's Tyler Bass on in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead. So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. Strong. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jags offense headed back to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll run. It's ETN. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. They need one right now. 3rd and long. Lawrence now. Now a screen set up for ETN. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt. We'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. That's taken at about the 14. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Now Allen on 1st down. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick 1st down. Allen going to give it to Cook. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage. And that is it. Now Allen to throw on 2nd down. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. From the gun, Josh Allen. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
But Jaguars offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Pass downfield is caught by Brown. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. Lawrence gives this one to ETN. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They go play action for Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter. Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away. As they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with the sack.
3rd and long. To throw is Allen. They'll try to set up the screen here.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on 3rd down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Now he'll run it. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Lawrence out quickly to Thomas on the RPO. Now they'll set up to throw. That's complete to ETN. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence to throw. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They put Strange in motion. They'll drop to throw. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder. Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
This is caught at the 2. And he's in! Brenton Strange. Touchdown, Jaguars.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Tie game, still time to break that tie though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bills offense back onto the field for their next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with 1st down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Here's Allen. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Cook. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. They get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The Bills bringing on their punting unit. Important punt here in this tie game late. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Now here's Lawrence. Oh, and a crusher there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Now, on 2nd and long. Throwing is Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Slot man in motion left. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets one possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Washington now to return it. Now on the return, he has lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. The Jaguars offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from ETN. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it once more with ETN. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll go back to ETN on 1st down. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They put Strange in motion. Now a first throw here in overtime.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else. That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
They're all set to punt this one away. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one. Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. They run out of the gun. It's Cook. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second and get a fresh set of downs.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. On the handoff, this is Cook. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Here now, third and 5. In motion, Shakir. Allen on third down. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
We're all set to kick this one away. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the handoff to DTN. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Once again, a TTN. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. Greg and I back to search for a winner after this. To throw is Lawrence. Open man, left side, he's got it.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
Now ETN. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Mike, find me a defense that doesn't love being part of a battle like this in overtime. I mean, the back and forth, stop after stop. And now this group comes through with a huge turnover to now give their offense a chance to go out there and finally end this ball game.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. They'll throw on first down with Allen. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here's a handoff to Cook. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. He'll try and get there on the ground. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down. There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
On 2nd down, Allen. And ball batted away and incomplete.
Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over them.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. So now it's Tyler Bass on in a big spot, this one to win it in overtime. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This one he's gotta have. This kick is good. He got it. It took overtime, but they will walk off the field with the victory. So it's a win here for the Bills. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. The final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.